Hi, cities. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. And thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. I love the fact that it is clearing from everybody's eyes. The real F around season is here, and people are beginning to understand and digest what they got themselves into, and what they are going to get, like what is going to happen to them. Sincerely speaking, some people think that they are untouchable and that they are immune to some certain things. But you see, this coming tenor, it is the tenor that will make a lot of people understand that they are really their own enemies. And that is what they have always proven to us. And that is absolutely what they are, right? What they have shown us too. Now, I am also going to talk about the fact that we Black people, we need to get in tune with the history, not just only doing that. Our own kids, your nephews, you also need to teach them, right? Because there are some certain mistakes we make in our community. It is not because there are some people chose to do it, but it is because some people are not in tune with the history. They do not know anything. And for that reason, they make some certain mistakes. So I am going to say that we should try as much as we can to make sure that our offspring, our younger ones, nephews, nieces, know the history. Because one thing I know for sure is that when people do not know history, you are bound to make the same mistake or repeat the same mistake that happened before. Stay glued. Let's get into this.
So you voted for Trump and now you want to know if we can be friends? No. That's unthinkable to me. I don't have the privilege of saying politics is over here and my life is over there. My life is intertwined with politics. Quite often, politics is where I find identity, and it's also where I understand I can go to get and fight for my basic rights and the basic human rights of people I care about. It's a huge privilege to be able to say, no, my politics are over there and I am over here. I can't do that. Maybe elections where we could agree to disagree, this was not one of them. If you voted for Trump, you said his racism does not bother me. If you voted for Trump, you said his incompetence does not bother me. If you voted for Trump, you said the needs of other people do not bother me. So yeah, no, it's not all good. You cannot come for Thanksgiving. You cannot call me. You cannot be my friend. We are done.
A lot of news for you. Try to get through it kind of quick. Now that Trump is in command, I ain't afraid to be honest with y'all. I used to say that I voted for Trump back in 2024 because I was worried about the economy. Well, that was a fucking lie. I ain't never been worried about the economy. Now, I'll be honest with you, I voted for Trump for two reasons. Because I knew Trump was going to mass deport brown and black folks and keep our white numbers and our white power in place. That's the real reason. And then, of course, I don't want no black woman telling me what the fuck to do. That ain't her place to tell a white man what to do. Well, nobody saw this coming. But Trump and Melania had a big old blowout and are now divorced. And I always thought she adored him. I don't know what happened, but anyhow, she got mad. She moved to Mexico and became the president of Mexico last year. And now, as part of their divorce settlement, he got to open up the border. So we're a brown nation, but she demanded it. And after all, I'll be honest with you, it hurt my feelings, because America's only 30% white now. Hell, we're mainly brown. And I did that a couple of Mexicanos, a little while back. Don't tell my family now. But as it turns out, they're not all rapists and drug dealers, man. I'll be damned. They're actually good, hardworking people. Who knew that? Who would have thought that? And Melania demanded that Trump make all Mexicans American citizens now. So that worked out. But what Melania says, she gets. I don't know what she's got on Trump, but it must be pretty fucking bad. And now Trump and Elon have grown a lot closer. I mean, a lot closer, if you know what I mean. So Elon became trans, which really surprised nobody. But it's against Trump's anti-trans law. So as his wife, if she marries him, she'll be given immunity, and then her life will be spared. We suspect soon she's going to be Queen Lonia. I'm sure of it. Good news is that the Ukraine war is finally over. Ukraine is now part of the USSR, but it was a pretty bad war, y'all. Russia and America was fighting all Europe, all of them. And it ended when Trump allowed Putin to nuke Berlin. It was pretty bad, y'all. But the cool thing is Russia's now the Soviet Union again, so that's a win. for everybody. Inflation has actually gone down a lot, quite a bit. We can buy a dozen eggs now for $9, and I can get a gallon of gas for 10. You know, it ain't that bad. But Trump said the tariffs ain't the reason that inflation went up so crazy high. It's Biden's fault. Somehow, he said he's going to explain it all to us, though. He said he got a good, like a concept about it. Yeah, we hurt a little bit, but that was necessary because of the war fighting all them damn European countries. But with Trump being a brilliant man and knows how to make money, he made a great deal, a hell of a deal with Putin. He sold Alaska to the Soviet Union. So now Alaska is a USSR. But everybody likes Putin. I mean, I trust the man. He's a good man. I don't think he would ever try to plot, you know, against us or invade us or anything like that, you know. Hey, Jimmy, did the state news say anything about Putin moving his forces down there in Alaska?
Yep.
Oh, well, yeah, it ain't gonna, I ain't worried about it. Now, Trump also made a pretty good penny selling Hawaii to China, so that was a pretty good deal. So our deficit finally went down. It's only $19 trillion now. Trump's next big thing is he's going to tear down the White House and build the world's biggest megachurch. Praise white Jesus, y'all. So we're excited about that. And Trump and Matt Gaetz, they already became ordained ministers. And they're going to be the world's greatest televangelists, y'all. They're going to heal people. And, you know, I always knew that Trump could heal people with his hands because he's kind of got special hands, you know. And then Trump plans on going to Mars, and he's going to build Mars with Largo, and that's going to be expensive. But, you know, it might put the economy in a little bit of a greater depression. But I ain't worried about it. I got Trump cheddar cheese coming every month, so we're going to be all right. Now, we ain't got no more FDA, EPA, CIA, FBI, VA, no Department of Education. Hell, we ain't got no departments. So it's all closed now, but everything works in the new Trump's plan there. It's called Mein Kampf, something like that. Whatever the hell that is. Some kind of old German thing that I don't know, understand all what that's about. Well, now, Trump locked up most of the Democratic Party, including Kamala Harris and Sleepy Joe. Then they got loose and released as part of Melania's divorce settlement. So Melania really helped a lot of people, you know. It's wild, man. And most of the Democrats left, though, because it's one-party system now anyhow. And Trump said the good thing is we never got to worry about voting ever again. So we're excited about that. Canada made us mad, though. They said they're going to build a wall to keep Americans out from trying to use their health care. But whatever, man. I'd rather be in America and not have fucking health care than have to use a damn socialized medicine like Canada's got. Well, you know what? We may not have health care right now, but Trump's got a damn good plan coming. I guarantee you he's got a good concept. And like I told my mama, as long as you don't get the flu, hell, you'll be all right.
I wish you would shut the hell up.
Drink some water, mama. We lost a few million MAGAs, y'all, because back in 2025, RFK stopped all vaccines. So then Queen Melania got the shingles real bad, and she had to get all new skin put on. When she got better, she throat punched RFK and made King Trump fire him. So Queen Melania can fight, y'all. Ain't no joke. But anyhow, I'm hoping Putin might let us get that vaccines back. I lost all my cousins, you know. Oh, and that nice man, Stephen Miller, one looks like a SS officer. He wants to turn America into a Nazi state. Well, Trump said he ain't quite ready for that just yet. Oh, and J.D. Vance got arrested for having sex with a futon. Ain't that the damnest thing? I would have never thought of that. Everybody getting ready to celebrate the national holiday, MAGA Independence Day. And that's with the A, not an I. No, man, so things are looking up here in 2026 under MAGA. And the best thing about the whole thing is we ain't got no black goddamn woman president telling us how to live our lives. We ain't got no regrets. Fuck around, find out about what, man. Hell, we happy, man. Yeah, we might have a fascist regime. So what? Hell, we happy.
Hey,
What, mama?
y'all got my medicine yet?
Well, we can't afford it right now, mama, because it's too expensive. But Trump said he got a real good concept coming.
Fuck you in, Donald Trump.
Mama! No.
Sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you.
Hi guys, Dixon back. I have a message here for everybody, my friends, my followers, both new and old. Some of you guys have been following me for more than 10 years. So here's my message. I'm 57 years old now, and I've seen a lot of shit over my years, as we all have. I've seen humanity at its worst and at its best. And I believe we are capable of both, sadly. In April 2025 will mark my 10-year anniversary of reaching out to white America publicly and asking them to take racial responsibility against our disease, culture, and the system of white supremacy. I believe that it is all white folks' responsibility to take action against the lies of white supremacy, because all white people benefit from this disease in our society. I was abused and shamed my whole childhood. And it was that hate that I received that helped me realize when I was 19 years old that it was all because of prejudice. This is the moment when I began the process of rejecting the racism I'd been taught. So at 19 years old, I took an oath with myself and God that I would not allow hate and bullying to go unchecked. It's the pain from that abuse that helps keep me grounded and motivated to continue fighting against hate and bullies. And sadly, I realized it's my own damn people that are the greatest bullies of all. So I started my first activism in 1991 when I was 23 years old. I called out a bunch of 30 and 40-year-old white racists at a company called cimnanya in New Johnsonville, Tennessee, which led me to getting fired from what was a good job at the time and that I desperately needed. I endured death threats from these racist coworkers, but I never backed down because I can't stand a racist motherfucker. I literally have had to block over 10,000 white folks for all the hate I've received, death threats, attacks, insults, whatever it is, fat jokes, more than you could ever imagine. Even though my message has always been for white people, just a handful follow me, and even fewer have told me my message helped them become anti-racist. But what's truly sad and disgusting is just how deeply ingrained our ignorance, arrogance, and racism is. But I continue to do this because it's my people, white folks, that are actually sick. It's my people that are self-destructing because their need to hold on to the love of racial hierarchy, not black and brown people. Y'all can take care of yourselves. You always have. But it's been mainly black folks that have always guided me, taught me, and encouraged me, that has always kept me going. So I must say to my black and brown brothers and sisters, thank you from my heart for the undue love and education over the years. I admire y'all's spirit and truth racially. I always have. I'll continue to fight for racial justice until my very last breath. I do this in hopes that even if just one white person might change and come to the light of racial truth, it's worth it. So I just wanted to say thanks to everyone in this fight for your heart, for truth and justice.
We tried to warn you, Trump voters, but no. You just had to believe all the lies because you did your own research. Well, let me read a little bit of an article here right now to just give you a flavor of what's to come and how big a mistake you people made in screwing us all. Mexico's government on Monday signaled that it planned to hit back with trade restrictions of its own if President-elect Donald Trump followed through on his threats to impose sky-high tariffs on Mexican exports to the United States. Quote, if you put 25% tariffs on me, I have to react with tariffs, said this was Mexico's economy minister. So, and I know some of you are thinking, well, so what, man? Who cares about Mexico? Well, Mexico is one of our biggest trading partners, if not our biggest trading partner. We get a hell of a lot of products from Mexico, including a lot of agricultural products. A lot of the fruits and vegetables that you buy at the store come from Mexico. So if Donald Trump slaps a tariff on all Mexican goods, that means the price of all of those things that you buy from Mexico, and I promise you, you buy a lot from Mexico, all of those things are going to be more expensive. And Mexico is going to reciprocate and put tariffs on American exports. And that is going to hurt American producers and cost Americans jobs. And they're going to see decreases in their wages. This is what happens when you impose tariffs. Now, I know you guys didn't understand a damn thing about tariffs because you don't understand anything on your own and you just believe everything that comes out of Donald Trump's pie hole. But here we are. And if Donald Trump actually follows through on these tariffs, as he promised repeatedly on the campaign trail that he was going to do, and you guys all voted for him, yay, Trump, we love tariffs, he's going to crash our economy. You know, the economy that you actually think sucks right now, well, the economy is actually really good right now. It's the strongest economy in the world. And you're going to see how good it is once Donald Trump destroys it. You're going to wish you had this economy back. So anyways, good job. Way to go.
I've said it before and I'll say it as many times as it needs saying, okay? Trump voters are either highly, highly uneducated or fundamentally bad people. Either they don't understand the issues and they're voting on something they don't understand, or they do understand the issues And they understand that by voting for Trump, they will harm people, and they do it anyway, making them a bad person. Or there's a third category, which is that you are willfully ignoring every piece of data that contradicts your viewpoint, making you a fucking idiot, right? And I had hoped that during the first Trump presidency, that when people's lives got worse, they would become educated by the fact that their lives had become worse under Trump. The problem is he didn't actually get that much done in his first presidency, right? A lot of it was struck down by the courts. A lot of it was at very targeted groups who weren't voting for him anyway, right? A lot of it got overturned the second Biden took office. So what I'm fearful for, and what gives me a bit of hope, is I'm fearful that Trump's second term will be much more effective. That he will have the courts on his side, that he will have a plan that he didn't have the first time, that he expected to win this time. He didn't expect to win the first time, right? That things are actually going to get demonstrably worse for the majority of people. But what I can hope from that is that white dudes' lives will start getting worse, and they'll start understanding that Trump wasn't such a good fucking idea. That maybe they'll wake the fuck up. That maybe that's my one shred of hope. It's tragic, right? I wish people's lives wouldn't get worse. But I can hope that as people's lives get worse under Trump, they will wake the fuck up. That's all I can hope for. Because tariffs will make life harder on everyone universally, right? It's not just going to be like, oh, the Muslims are having a bad time, but I don't give a shit because I'm a piece of shit, right? It's like going to be like, oh no, everything is more expensive for me as a white guy. And then maybe they'll blame Trump, which they should, but like maybe they'll actually do that for once. And I just hope that's my one thing I'm holding on to, is like maybe their lives will get worse and they'll wake the fuck up. I don't know.
To all my black people, especially those that have kids, nieces, nephews, younger cousins, siblings, whatever the case may be, making sure you keep them up to game on history and use this as an opportunity to refresh yourself as well, because the audacity of white people in these current times is unprecedented. The fact that these people are the oppressors and now claiming to be the victims is beyond ridiculous. The fact that white people have the nerve nowadays to fix their mouth and call other people racist is just beyond insane. Every time I hear a white person say that's racist, I just want to take my size 10 Tim and put it straight to their teeth, because this wouldn't even be concepts and problems in this country if it wasn't for you and your kids of Columbus ass ancestors. These male marsupials have gotten way beside themselves, and now they not only have their white only spaces, but they're trying to cannibalize spaces that were meant for black people and other minorities because of their discrimination in white only spaces. And they're constantly trying to ignore the reasoning behind these black and minority only spaces by trying to rewrite history, making themselves look like the heroes when they've always been the villains. So continue to educate the next generation on why are we having these problems? Why are these
The truth
topics
is
of
that
conversation?
you all saw all this coming, especially white people. They saw it, but they do not ever want to be in alignment with people that look like me, because why would they ever be in alignment with people that look like me? Black people been spreading the news from the onset to this, like to the last day of the election. And sincerely speaking, you all knew so well that that man is not good for you all, right? But you are like, why do I have to do otherwise? I saw some interview going around, and even some people were like, a white woman, a black woman, according to them, white women were saying that a black woman or a woman cannot rule this country. That is to tell you the height of some people's thinking, how people reason, how people think. But one thing I am very sure, I am very, very happy for, is that black men and women came out and you all did what you all are supposed to do. And I appreciate you all for that. Because in the end, each time if anything goes wrong, you are going to sit down and tell yourself, I tried my best. I did what any human being that his or her fire is on fire would do for his or her own house. So you all did it. So if anything is going on, I know it's going to affect everybody, but I want you to always remember that you came out and you paid your dues, because you already did pay your dues. Each time I try to understand the reason why some people did what they did, because I have taken my time to look around. Majority of them are in shame. They've been running away from internet. They don't want to speak. I love the fact that they don't want to speak because we absolutely do not want to hear from anybody. The Hispanics are running away, They don't want to talk about it. And some white women, especially those activists or those anti-black, whatever, that we all know, they have refused to talk. And that boils down to one of the things I said before the election, that majority of the people that we see online that said that they are for black people or they stand with you, do not stand with you. And you are going to find out on the last day, that is the day of election. Some of them, we are yet to understand, to see some of the people that also did what they did, because you will eventually hear the stories. I know the stories are not coming up now, but you will hear the stories, especially some of your favorite celebrities which have started coming out, and some of your influencers and the rest of it. You definitely will hear some of those stories, how they did not vote for the right person. And they have been gaslighting themselves all this while, trying to tell you, what can we do to make you heard? What can we do to make you understand that we are standing? Who is standing with who? Who is standing with who this time around? Because when you were supposed to show us that you are standing with us was at that pool. You left the pool, you came back home, and you want to use blue bracelet, to gaslight yourself. You want to sit down and ask us what will make us heard. Nothing will make us heard. Leave black people alone. They don't even want you to hear them. They don't want to hear from you too. That is how amazing it is. We don't want to hear from you. Do not call them. Don't ask them anything. Let them be in their own world. Because you all got all the opportunity, you all got all the time, you all got all the chance. You are supposed to show yourselves. You are supposed to tell yourself the truth. Now it is obvious and glaring that the Project 2025 was actually, I was not hallucinating, because I see a lot of people in the comment section telling me that I was hallucinating. Some said that I am lying, that Trump has distanced himself from Project 2025, right? But now, what is going on? Is the Project 2025 real or not? Now, I don't know if people saw the video of a man who said that it's okay if they strike out Obamacare, only to find out that his life depends on that Obamacare. I am not lying to you people. That his life that he is living now, that if he probably might be tomorrow, if that's Obamacare, if it goes away. Why? Because he may not be able to afford the bills that he has been saving from the Obamacare. The real season of F around and find out. I hope you all are saying it. And the truth is that he is not yet. He's not yet on scene. That is to tell you how great it will go. But the only thing I am praying for is that I hope that my own people are preserved, and I hope that that season they say in abundance, when they said that there is a casting down, right? That my people will say there is a lifting up. When they will not be able to feed, may my ancestors provide for my own people, because you all showed out. You all came out. Your ancestors saw your heart, that you all have suffered. The system has been against you. The system has been working against you. And there is nothing you all have been fighting for except for dismantling the system that has been oppressing you. That is the only thing you all have been fighting for. Nothing more than that. Is there any other thing? Nothing. I really do wish my people are planning that thing that it's on their mind. But no. Black people are not like that. But one thing I know for sure is that if things continues like this, it might actually end up that way. Because they've been saying matching energy. I think that is what that is going to help. Not when they go low, we go high. It is no longer like that. They're scared that what they did to them, they will turn around and do it. And some of them are like, how are we supposed to cope if she becomes the president? Why? Because the black men are going to have the job. How are we going to survive? How are our husbands going to survive? When everybody is thinking about major growth, overall growth, some people are talking about their own, their personal, mine, just mine, only mine. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.